Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Remember, if you haven't subscribed as yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can see when we come out with a new video. Like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments. Today we're going to share with you some footage of the Ocean Spirits team rescuing an entangled leatherback sea turtle in the water at the Seamoss farm in the breakwater in South St. Patrick's, Grenada. Have a look. For those of you who don't know, the leatherback sea turtle is named after its leathery back. It does not have a hard carapace as most other sea turtles, and it's the largest sea turtle species in the world. It can be as much as 7 feet from head to the tip of its tail. Seamoss farming is a common livelihood in these coastal villages, and it is done where small plants or the sea moss is tied onto strings and suspended in the water. This is anchored down with another line, so it's a process with lots of lines and string going horizontal, vertically, and even diagonally. Now, if you add a giant leatherback turtle with all these ropes, it's an accident waiting to happen, as we see here. Thankfully, people knew who to call. It was only that morning when the call came in on the sea turtle hotline number that there was an entangled leatherback at the breakwater in the Seamoss farm. Now, although this was the first time this turtle have done it, we have had this problem before with other turtles, and Kate rushed the team together and went off to the rescue. Our new supervisor Simon had his GoPro with him, and he was able to capture the footage as it happens. If you look closely here, you can see that the turtle managed to entangle both of its front flippers as well as its neck. In a situation like that, the first thing you need to do is make a good assessment of how bad it is to know what plan you can come up with to fix the situation. Kate did not hesitate to get hands-on and try to rectify this mess. This is a good time to remind everyone that this is a live wild animal and a very large one. So approaching a turtle in a situation like this could be very dangerous both for you and the animal. However, Kate is experienced and she knows exactly what to do in this situation. She's keeping away from the ropes so she doesn't get entangled as well. Before you know it, some of the fishermen that we normally work with for our hardshell research came to give us a hand. It was much safer being in the boat than in the water, especially since she started thrashing and thrashing around. This highlights some of the possible dangers that can happen in a situation like that. If you were to be hit with one of these flippers, it can cause serious damage to the average human. Luckily, the turtle was calm again, and Kate took this opportunity to start getting some of the ropes off her. Just look at how big she is. Look at how entangled she is. If left in this situation, there is no doubt that she would get even more entangled, exhausted, and even drowned. I would also take this opportunity to send a thank you to the Seamoss farmer who said it was okay to cut the ropes if it meant getting this turtle out alive. Kate was back in the water and back to work. You can see here how this turtle is much larger than her. It would have been a humongous task to getting all this rope off of her, but thankfully help was on its way. The turtle was also getting a bit impatient, but her attempts to escape only made her more entangled. It was definitely a difficult situation, but you can see how calmly Kate is coughing on. Ideally, we would have used a blunt scissors in a situation like that, which would have been easy to cut through the rope by keeping both the animal and the individual safe. However, you can see here that Kate is facing the sharp end of the knife away from the turtle. That way, it doesn't cut the animal. She also keeps calm as she walks her way through the layers and layers of entangled rope. Just look at her. Kudos to Kate for doing such a good job.
Really great.
The knife was sharp, huh?
Yeah, the knife's sharp, but some of them are so close to her skin I can't get the knife under. Oh, hi! It's really, really
Thankfully our divers came to the rescue. Benson and Zoe was nearby. They just came back from fishing and came over to help. With all 3 pairs of hands on board, it definitely makes the task a bit easier. A few tips for if you're in a situation like this. Remember to always ensure you're away from the ropes so you does not get entangled as well. If you're going to use a sharp knife, always face the blade away from the animal. That way, if it was to move, you would not do further harm to the animal you're trying to rescue. If you have a dull scissors, maybe a bandage scissors, it actually would cut through this rope with ease, much easier than this knife would actually do, and it will be safe for you as well as the animal. Also, if there are multiple individuals trying to detangle the turtle, make sure you stay at different sides of the animal so that the knife from one person does not harm the other person.
Oh, you slackened it out.
Another thing you can consider, if you're not a strong swimmer, you should wait, stay a safe distance away until a better swimmer comes along who can help adequately.
Yeah, there's still one rope.
I have our flipper. It's really tight, right?
Why?
This was an interesting moment because everyone thought that they detangled the turtle. Even the turtle thought that she was free. So she tried swimming away, but she was still entangled on one flipper. So you can see here they're trying to get control of her so they can take off the rope from that one flipper so she can be free. With leatherbacks being the largest species of turtle in the world, it's no easy task getting control of them in the middle of the water like this. Remember, they're all swimming. This is not standing water. They're all swimming and treading the entire time. Success at last. Kate got the last rope off of the flipper, and Benson tried to steer her away from the rest of the Seamoss bed so she doesn't entangle herself again. Just look at her. She's so powerful. If you were in this situation and you're in Grenada, remember you can call the Sea Turtle hotline number that you see on the top left of the screen. If you're in a different country, contact the relevant authorities. I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who was involved, the entire Ocean Spirits team, to Simon for doing all his recording, to the Seamoss farmer who allowed us to cut his ropes, and to the turtle, of course, because she could have been a mean one, but she was very cooperative, and now she's swimming in the ocean again. Hopefully we see her nesting on a beach nearby soon.
She's turned back towards that one. No girl.